Hello, bright and shiny beacon of light. I'm Michael Sandler, your host on Inspire Nation, coming to you from sunny, not so sunny, early evening Florida, just north of Daytona Beach, south of Jacksonville, south of St. Augustine. I've got right behind me the Intracoastal Waterway, also known as the Atlantic, the inner side of the Atlantic. It is just about high tide. As we're recording this, it's about 8:30 p.m. Thank you for your patience on Monday night. How does it get any better than this? Tonight, we are going to do a channel teaching on why you're feeling overwhelmed, the fear, the worry, the anxiety that you may be feeling right now, that we really all are doing the backstroke, so to speak, in. We're going to have then a brief Q&A, and then we are going to have a meditation at the end, so you're going to want to hang around for that. Now, it's interesting. Everything, at least in my life, maybe in your life too, everything seems to be taking longer than expected and seems to be more complex than expected. So this evening, I had buffer after going to my concussion brain doctor and taking care of some car work that needed to be taken care of at the local dealership, actually Jacksonville dealership. And they forgot to give me my car back. I kid you not. At 3 o'clock, they said the car will be right up there. I didn't get the car till 4:30, and they said, oh, the mechanic was waiting for the final go-ahead from the service advisor. The service advisor had already signed off, and so didn't tell the mechanic. This is not a complaint. This is the one, and thus here we are tonight. This is the world that we're living in right now. The world that we're living in has things going cattywampus, has things going kind of off kilter, off axis, are not going quite the way that we expect. What does that mean? Well, it means you, like me, might get before a YouTube live event and be going, there is so much goodness that gets to be done before I'm ready to go on air. And if you've had a concussion recently, all of a sudden you're throwing a great headache. Again, not a complaint. What we all get to do, and I'm going to go into the fear, worry, and anxiety and overwhelm that you may be experiencing. What we all get to do first and foremost is ground at this time. What does it mean to ground? Very, very simple. You can do it with one breath. You can do it through 3 breaths. It is one of the most powerful things that you can do. And so I'd like you to do this with me, and then we're going to dive into everything, because this is going to allow me to ground along with you. Now, somebody was mentioning, Battle Gamer Magara was mentioning so many secrets. I will not just share story. I will not just share what's going on. I will share what I am using and what you may choose to use too, and what we're certainly using in the School of Mystics to help you each step of the way. So I am very practical or pragmatic oriented, not this pie in the sky, oh, we're spiritual beings having a spiritual experience, therefore I'm just going to flit along and let whatever happens. We are going to ground. We are going to get tools, and we're going to do things with it. So first, let us ground. What's the simplest way to do this? We're going to take 3 strong, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Why through the nose? Because it triggers the sympathetic nervous system, or specifically, it triggers the autonomic nervous system, the parasympathetic response, the rest and relax response, and it tripwires the vagal nerve. The vagal nerve is what calms and relaxes you, helps you with sleep, helps you with digestion, helps you be able to think clearly. I wonder what that animal is. I've been hearing it all evening. And will help you to relax. So here we go. And that's breathing in and out through the nose specifically, because that's what you did as a baby to get mama's milk. Whether through a bottle or through a breast, you always breathed in and out through the nose when you were being able to drink or get nourishment. So it calms you. So here we go. In, nice and deep, down to the belly through the nose, and out. In, and out. In and out. Now notice as I did this, I began to slow down. Why? Because the more that we put a pause in the breath, a pause in your thoughts, the more the nervous system starts to relax and lets go. That's what we're seeking right here. The nervous system to go, oh, I'm okay. That's really what we're looking for. So, it's interesting. I'm going to give you a little bit more story as we're diving in. I promise all story has meaning behind it. Last week, we went on our annual family vacation. And Jessica, Hannah Bear, she's 3.5, and myself, we went to Disney World. How does it get any better than this? I think next year we may go someplace out. We may have, it's not Disneyed out, but we may have had enough of Disney for a while. Not true. We may get a special VIP tour of Disney next week. Thank you so much, Susan. And we will love that. But I think we get to go out and explore. So we went to Disney. And on the first day, and I'm 5 months into concussion recovery, it was hard on me. In fact, getting out of rides, no joke, there were occasions where I hit this condition called vestibular lock. The balance system goes off. And my wife, Jessica, would have to grab my hand and pull me off of a ride until I'd get kind of back in my body and be able to get going again. Later that first day, Hannah Bear, Jessica went off to do some rides that I could not do. And so Hannah Bear and I were looking for what to do. And we ended up at a place where there was a DJ flashing lights and thumping music for dancing. Now, one would think with the concussion, DJ flashing music and thumping lights, it's probably the worst thing in the world for me. We ended up dancing, Hannah Bear and I, and all she wanted to do is spin and spin and spin. Weird thing, I started to feel better. The next day we ended up out in Disney doing our thing, and it was a different part of Disney, and there was another, DJ dance music and Hannah Bear wanting to spin, which we did. Next day was day off, and I got to meet with all the Unity church members, or church organizers in Orlando, because we're going to be holding a talk there 23rd and maybe 24th of January. Come one and come all, and we'll have details in just a few days. The next day we went back and I did spinny rides with Hannah Bear. Here's what's wild, or with both of them. I got tested by my neurochiropractor today. And I am doing better on so many levels. It's crazy, amazing. And overall, I am spinning less than ever before. The spinniness actually helped me. And leaning into all of the spinniness was great for me. Right now, we are all feeling spun. We are all feeling this energy. Overwhelm, disorientation, feeling spun if we don't have another word to describe it. Fear, worry, anxiety. I was driving back from Jacksonville tonight to get here in time to do this, and the drivers were completely, clinically insane. It was amazing that the whole highway wasn't totaled out. Cancel, clear, release. It's the energy we're feeling. Here's the trick. Energy is neither good nor bad. I want you to take note of this. Energy is neither good nor bad. It's what you choose to do with this energy. We can take the energy of, oh my God, I feel spun. I better put myself back to bed. And I got to tell you, when I lay down, the whole world spins. Or we can take this energy of spinniness and go, I want to dance with it. I want to harness this energy, and I want to turn it into something crazy positive. Lorraine, I almost did the teacup ride, the one ride that Jessica would not do because as a child she did it and it made her cry. And I volunteered to do it. Hannah Bear said, I want to do the teacup. I said, I'll do it. And then she said, I don't want to do it. And I would not push her to do it. Of course, I wouldn't push her to do it. But I was ready to try it. What this means is we all get to lean into these energies rather than back away from them. Right now, end of 2025, we're feeling more energy than ever. I'm convinced of that. It's here to help us. It's here to help us change. It's here to help us heal. It's why we've got this School of Mystics this month where we've been working on clearing wounds, clearing blocks, and getting you into the light. Because we can harness this energy and clear away all the gunk and junk that you've had on you, harnessing this energy. So, if you're like me, it does not feel, whether you're Jewish, Catholic, Protestant, Buddhist, whatever you are, it does not feel like Christmas or holiday season for the majority of us. because the energies are on overwhelm. Now, we had a supermoon this week. We have astrology challenge or opportunity after astrology challenge or opportunity coming our way. In fact, we have a world-famous astrologist, Dr. Michael Lennox, on the show this Thursday, and he's going to be talking about why the U.S. seems to be in so much trouble right now, and he's going to lay it out month by month, everything that's coming over the next year. It's real, but all of these energies are actually here to serve us. This is actually a crazy, beautiful time for all of humanity, even if it's in disguise, even if it feels interesting, to say the least. So tonight what we're going to do, I gave you those 3 short breaths or long breaths. Tonight what we're going to do is I'm going to give you another exercise to begin harnessing these energies right now. Sorry if I'm darting around on here. I want to be able to let you know of everything that's coming. I don't know where any of my buttons hid on this thing. I am manifesting. I am manifesting the most amazing evening producer that will be coming on board for us. Okay, there we go. All right. I'm going to give you techniques to help ground you, to help get you out of overwhelm, but more importantly, to use this energy right now, because we're being pumped up with energy, and for a good reason. And oh my God, I can hear an 80s song right now. I think it's an 80s song. Pop, pop goes the weasel, the weasel. Pop, pop goes the weasel, the weasel. Pop goes the weasel, goes the weasel. Oh my God, goes pop. Right now, that's what we're experiencing. We are being pumped up with such energy. Energy, solar flares, storm energy, political storm energy of war dogs, energy of old patriarchy. All of this energy is hitting us right now for systemic pops, for individual pops, and for collective pops. Everything but the ice pop. We don't need that in the north this time of year. What are these pops? It's a circuit breaker going off inside of each and every one of us saying what? Saying no mas. No mas. We can't do things the same way ever again. It's another part of what we're teaching this month. How to get you past the no mas. None of us can go this way anymore. And that's a great thing. You may have felt it. You may have expressed it. You may have said it inside of you. I can't do this anymore. That's not a bad thing. That's not a negative. One of my dear friends is Mike Dooley. In fact, he got his start at Unity Church in Orlando. How does it get any better than this? Or had his breakthrough moment there. He would say thoughts become things. He's right, absolutely. So there is a concern that if we say, I can't take it anymore, that's a bad thing. I would actually say that what that is a statement to the universe of I'm looking for an even better answer. I can't take it anymore. There has to be something more. There has to be something even greater. And so we pop on the inside first. This is a good thing. What does it mean to pop? Well, we've been all having these same thoughts. You've been having them, I've been having them. Your thoughts are different than my thoughts, but we are ruminating. We're running the same thoughts. Oh, I don't know if this, I don't know if that, I don't know about the other thing. What am I doing with this? What am I doing with that? Is this going to work out? Is that going to work out? What about the economy? What about my job? What about my income? What about my health? What about my? We're all having the same thoughts. And I'll go more slowly because I don't want to hype you up. We're all running the same emotions, running the same energy, running the same patterns inside of us and outside over and over again. We're doing a complete rebranding of the show coming up. I believe it will be in January. Why? We're breaking the energetic pattern. We're shifting to a new higher level. Why? The old energetic pattern can get exhausting, to say the least. And almost all of our old patterns are fear-based. They're based on the who knows what's going to happen. Guess what? Well, it's kind of cool. I was talking with Jessica about this yesterday, and I came up with a good label. I am getting less dizzy. I am feeling much better. My memory, think today is starting to get sharper. Best way to describe it, and this is what I want to talk about, is past Michael, meaning Michael of 10 seconds ago, doesn't talk with Michael of this moment. It's kind of like Adam Sandler's 51st dates in a sense. What I was thinking about and what I am thinking about now are often quite detached. Why is that important? Because if I worry about what I was thinking about before or where I'm going to go with the next thought, I can get quite lost. If I stay right here, right now, in this beautiful present moment, I don't have any of that racing mind. I don't have any of the, well, what about this? What about the other thing? What about who knows what? Now, it's not just me, and it's not just because of the concussion. Right now, that's being pumped to you by the government. Purportedly a government for the people and by the people. But the truth is, the government stays in power, whatever that means, by keeping us pumped up with fear. Mass media keeps selling stuff by keeping us pumped up with fear. Social media by keeping us pumped up in fear. I'm not picking on anyone or anything, although it is kind of cool. I wonder how it'll work out. There's an experiment in Australia. I believe it's about a week from now where anybody under 18 is going to be banned from social media and YouTube for that matter. And I'm very curious how this will work out. And I know people find a way to circumvent the system quite quickly. People are crafty. And at the same time, they're not going to be drinking from the swizzle straw of fear quite as much. So every direction we turn right now, we're pumped up, we're hyped up with fear. And it is completely overwhelming. And you don't need to stay in this field. What does that mean? If you've ever flown anywhere and you've looked down beneath you and looked at all the areas that are lit up, and now it's almost the whole East Coast that is continuously lit up from New York City down through Miami. But if you fly over anywhere, you will see places that are lit up and places that are dark. The places that are lit up is this field of energy. It's not just electrical energy, it's not just light energy, but it's where it's denser, more people, and you feel their energy, you feel their field, which means we are literally living in a living, breathing body of energy that surrounds us, that infuses us, and that quite literally is us. And so we see it, we feel it, we take it in, and we wonder in the morning, why do I feel so nervous? Why do I feel so jittery? Or we wake up, even if we've had a great night's sleep, and that is rare for just about the best of us right now. But we wake up even after a great night's sleep, exhausted. Or, of course, we didn't sleep well, our kids didn't sleep well, our cats didn't sleep well. And it's almost as if there was full moon energy, not the clearing energy, but the crazy kind of energy that's got us wired and all edge, or on edge. We can label this as bad, going back to what I was talking about at the beginning. Oh, this is bad. I'm overwhelmed. I'm in this field. The energy is not even mine. I'm so exhausted. Or we can label this as, wow, this is good. This is going to cause us all to pop our fuses, to blow fuses that won't allow us to do things the old way anymore and will help us to live a different way. Until today's my best day on the computer. I haven't been able to read the computer, to stay on the computer, almost decipher anything on the computer. Why? Because I popped to help me do things a different way. You're popping too. We're all popping. This I can't take it anymore, or this overabundance of energy is here to serve us, to steer us. And if we are to anchor into the goodness, we can actually celebrate this energy right now. Michael, celebrate the energy of overwhelm, celebrate the energy of craziness. Yes, not celebrate what you're reading on the news, not celebrating the war, not celebrating the hatred, the piss, the vitriol, the everything that's going on right now by some of the powers that be. This isn't just in this country, this is worldwide. But we can celebrate the energy that's going on. Something I talk about with Dr. Michael Lennox on Thursday. I said, Michael, you mentioned this is coming, the next thing is coming, the other thing is coming. The country is in trouble right now, or appears to be in trouble. And I said, Michael, is this energy really here to serve us? Can we flip it around? Or was it just gloom and doom? And he's like, greatest question. We can absolutely flip it on its head and use this energy. This is the energy of transformation, of change, of the phoenix rising from the ashes, of being able to do the greatest things that you've ever wanted to do by plugging into this energy. How? We go past the labels, we go past the gloom and doom, and we can harness this energy. How does it get any better than this? What does it mean? It means you can use this energy for personal growth, for humanity's growth, and most importantly, to shift the energy inside of you. Shift your energy? Yes. Do you want a better life? Do you want more peace? Do you want to get less of this feeling of dread, of overwhelm and anxiety? You can use this. And now I want to go into how you can do that. Because one of the things that we feel when we feel this overwhelm, fear, stress, anxiety, and exhaustion is we go, Michael, I can't do that. I can barely watch you. But now you want me to actually do something? Yeah. In fact, in this new year, I'll let you in on a little secret. With our Inspire Nation show, I'm going to ask you to do a lot. A lot of stuff that's going to make you feel much better. A lot of stuff that's going to get you lighter. A lot of stuff that may make 26 your best year ever, even as it appears the rest of the world is crumbling all around you. Best year ever. How can you say that? Because of the amount of energy that is out here right now. This energy is stupid, crazy, amazing if we choose to see it this way. It is also stupid, crazy, horrific if we choose to see it this way. This is the secret. Particularly among Gen Z, Gen Alpha, younger generations, there is this discussion of it's bogus to say everything is here for a reason. Everything that happens is here for a reason. I would argue everything that happens has a reason and a powerful positive reason behind it if you choose it to be. If and only if you choose it to be. So if you get hit by a car, well, good Lord, it can be the most awful thing or it can be the greatest thing. If you get hit by a truck, cancel, clear, release. 4 years ago was the car, truck, 5 months ago. It can be the greatest thing, and I mean it, if you choose it to be. It all starts not just with a choice, but the first step, and take note of this, we're going to go over a handful of steps. We'll see how far we can get right here. It starts with an awareness. Everything starts with awareness. What does this mean? You get to take note, I get to take note of first off how we're feeling. How are you really feeling? Me? Am I feeling cold? No, not yet. Am I feeling at peace? Yeah, although I kind of wish this mic was a little bit higher up. Ooh, maybe that's better. Maybe that's too high. You guys can let me know if the sound feels good, but I was going like this. We get to take note of how we're feeling. Am I feeling overwhelmed? Am I feeling awful? Am I feeling neither good nor bad? What is it I'm feeling? And then what we get to do is view things from a different lens. So here's a fun exercise. Imagine you're not in your seat right now, or you're not walking if you're listening to this walking, or doing whatever it is you're doing. But imagine, this can be kind of fun for me, because there are palm trees all around. Imagine that you're hovering at the top of your room if you're indoors. You could be hovering like right up in the ceiling of your floor, wherever you're at. Or if you're outdoors, you can be hovering right above you, perhaps the height of a lamppost or a small tree. These are pretty big palm trees, so maybe I won't hover that high. But I want you to hover up above yourself. Michael, do you mean that literally? Yes. I want you to imagine that you're hovering up above yourself. And that you're looking down at yourself. Heck, you can even wave. Hey, Michael. Hey, bright and shiny beacon of light. You can wave to yourself from above yourself. It's okay. You won't freak yourself out. Say, hi down there. Here's what's really cool. From this higher vantage point, you're separate from the trials and tribulations of yourself. What does that mean? I did a bike ride across the country. I think I mentioned it last week, so I'm not going to belabor it. I go into KSLC. They're calling me up on my phone. I'm riding across the Salt Flats in Salt Lake, Utah, and they're saying, "Hey, we want to get you in here for an interview tomorrow. We hear you're riding your bike across the country." And they said, "What time will you be in?" And I said, "Well, we'll be in around 2:30 or something in the morning." They said, I thought you were solo. That's why we want to have you on the show." And I said, "Yes, I'm solo." I said, "But there's the me who's suffering on the bike, and there's the me who's cheering me on." When you are up at that higher level, you are the one cheering you on. The cool thing is we can actually take this to another level, and we can look at the you who's cheering on, the you that's in your position. But we'll save it for the simplified version for today, that there is the you hovering about the ceiling, cheering yourself on. From this level, you're separate from the trials and tribulations. You're separate from the suffering, but you can suffer. You can study them, and you can make a huge difference. This is what I mean by awareness. And a shameless plug, I'm going to tell you all about it later. We had a cyber sale last week for School of Mystics. I do want to invite you to it. We'll give you a free month to try it out. It was our Cyber Week sale. We ended it. We're bringing it back for just 48 hours for everybody who's watching this. Just if you're watching this, you'll get the link to it. You can try it out for free. But this is what we're doing this month. We're illuminating you at a higher level. We're bringing you up. We're really igniting you, getting you on fire again so that you can use this as a powerful, positive fuel. So you're up hovering from this higher level. You can look down on yourself. Hello down there. And you may even ask yourself, "Hey, how are you feeling? How am I feeling?" But you're going to go, "How are you feeling?" Take note of how you're feeling. Today for myself, oh my God, I'm on fire. Now the last hour or two, brain injuries and adrenaline do not seem to go hand in hand. And so I was not dizzy, not nauseous almost all day. I get home and there's a lot that gets to be done. And I got to run out to the grocery store because Mama Bear has thrown a cold. And so I had to get her ginger and bone broth and all this stuff. No complaints. I do want her feeling better. And so I got a headache, a nauseousness, which has gone away now because I'm plugged in and talking with you. But I get to ask myself, "Hey, self, how am I feeling?" I'm feeling amazing. Why? Well, I turn that energy of fear and overwhelm into something positive. Ask yourself, how am I feeling? And then ask yourself even more deeply, what exactly is it? I don't feel good. I feel nauseous. I feel anxious. Is it fear? Is it overwhelm? What is it even one level deeper beneath the surface? I want you to dig deep. And then as we continue this celebration into awareness, I want you to pull on this thread. Now, this isn't you down below. This isn't you at the lower earthly level in your room going, I really don't feel good. This is you up above asking the you who's not feeling good, how are you doing? How are you really doing? So you can also ask, how can I help? So next you want to ask, where did this come from? Or how did this begin? Why? We want to ferret out the root cause of this energy, the root cause of this emotion, so that we can turn it into fuel. How am I feeling? Where did this come from? Was it I turned on the news and I started to feel crappy? I turned on the movie and it had, even kids' movies always have a chase. They always have, running from the bad guys or running to save the day. Did that make me feel sick? Was it something I saw on social media that made me feel overwhelmed? Was it having a particular thought about something that's coming or not coming? Or, work it out as saying I'm having pain today? Ask, where did this start? Where is this inception point? Work it out. Where did this come from? And now from that higher level, now you want to ask, how do I let it go? How do I let this energy go? How do I let this emotions go? What do I need to do? It's you from that higher level asking you down here, what do I need to do, or how do I let it go? This is the question that sets you free and sets you free truly deep on the inside. Now, if you're honest, it may be letting go of a job, a relationship, an addiction. Somebody said watching the news. Maybe you're addicted to doom scrolling. It may be letting go of anything. Or it may be that you get to let go of something. Maybe letting go of an attachment. Biggest attachment. Things need to be the way they've always been. Guess what? And I'm speaking from experience, from a very successful 10-year show so far and going strong. Our show has certainly hiccuped this fall to help us, to serve us, to shift us. I can hold on to the old way of being. It's just going to hurt. It's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. Why? People are tired of watching the doom and gloom. Of course, people are tired of the same old. People need more. And in a different way. That's what I'll be doing. What do I get to let go of? What do you let go of? What are the attachments? Well, the way it was is the way it gets to be. That hurts more than almost anything else. The way it was is the way it gets to be. Are you kidding me? So it may be letting go of an attachment. It may be letting go of a job, a relationship, or who knows what. And it may be, instead of letting go of something, the jitters you get on the starting line before the gun goes off and people step forward. Maybe there's something you know you get to do, you want to do, and you need to do, or you need and get to do or start right away that you haven't taken action on. Fear is what I call, there are many different great terms for it, feeling energy awaiting focused release. Threw the F in there. But it's awaiting release in a focused direction. So if you're on the starting line and you've got the jitters and the gun goes off and you don't run, but you instead play a game of backgammon, okay, you may have released it in one direction, but that's not going to get rid of the jitters. Jitters aren't going to go away until you go in that focused direction. The jitters often don't go away until we step forward in the direction we know we get to go. Michael, I don't know which direction I get to go. We always have a clue. I don't have any clue. One step. One step has led to one expert, has led to the next expert, that led to the next expert, that is tremendously healing on my concussion journey. I didn't know anything, but I'm going to pick up the phone. Who am I going to call? I don't know. I'm still going to make a call. I'll just pick somebody. Concussion Recovery Center. Let's try there. Okay, that didn't work, but it gave me an idea of this. Okay, I'll try that. No, that didn't work. It gave me an idea. One step. That's all. And I'll let you in on a little secret. There ain't no such thing as a wrong first step. There ain't no such thing as a wrong first step. It's impossible. But what happens when you step forward is the jitters start to go away because you're taking deliberate action. So maybe there's something you need to do, get to do, or want to do, and get to start right away. And this is the time. This is the time of year, Michael, but the new year, new you is when I start in January. Are you kidding me? I'm not a New Year's resolution guy. I'm a momentum guy, a momentum building guy. And you can start building momentum today. Now, maybe it's something completely different, not ending a relationship, ending a job, or anything like that. Maybe it's getting to the doctor, opening a letter, paying a bill, or anything. But when you go to your emotion, things like that, maybe that's your to-do. But this is not the time of, not the time of year. This is not the time of humanity where we simply hang out in the cave and change things. There was that time, and I'm convinced that time is past. So maybe the action is inaction, meaning you get to do some meditation. If so, that's great. But there is always something consciously your energy is trying to get you to do. From that higher perspective, you can breathe into it and find out what that is. Michael, didn't we already breathe? I want us to do 3 short breaths again right now. Why? I want to hit the reset button on you one more time. Why? Because when I hit the pause and I hit the reset button on you, what happens? You hear things differently. You see things differently. You get a completely different perspective on things. How does it get any better than this? So let's take 3 more, I'd say short, but strong, slow, deep breaths. In through the nose, down to the belly, and out through the nose. In and out. In. Feel that sweetness. And out. All right. Now you're calmer again. Now you built space between your thoughts. And now you start to see things from a higher level. You can do this while you're doing your discovery exercise, while you're playing with awareness. What's the higher awareness or a higher level I'm talking about? It's not just breathing into things. It's not just looking at things or taking action at things. But what it is, and it's one of my favorite terms, is you can call it alchemizing things, or I like to call it Tai Chiing things. You can think of, I think Kung Fu Panda, maybe it was Kung Fu Panda 2, where he takes like these fireballs coming at it, and he takes them in, he spins them around, and he sends them right back out using his Tai Chi. In other words, you get to ask, how can I harness this fuel, harness this energy, harness this emotions? Or how can I use this energy for good? So you felt the energy, you've asked about the energy, you asked where the energies come from, you've asked how I can get help with this energy. And now you can ask, I think it would be the 4th and final question here, how can I use this energy for good? Why? Well, this energy is not just surrounding you. It's not just surrounding me. It's not just shadowing all of humanity to keep us in the dark, but it's fueling us for big, fat, hairy change. Yes, that's how we could define 2026, the year of big, fat, hairy change. Maybe it's a new business idea. Maybe it's Etsy. Maybe it's a new move to a place you've always dreamed of, or doing something you've always dreamed of, or never had the gumption to do. Starting a business back up. For myself, it's spending, well, not less time on the mic with you here, but more time in person. We're going to do a whole Florida tour, and then we're going to go out all around the U.S. and Canada, and I believe then out from there, and then out from there, and then out from there. And I'm super excited, and we're already starting it. We've got January 23rd, maybe 24th, depending on whether the 23rd sells out. I believe it will, in Orlando at Unity Church. Come and join us there. We're going to do more Unity churches from there. So welcoming and inviting. And I love you guys so much. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Susan, Paul, and Bob, and so many others. Point being, I'm getting a little excited about our upcoming talks. You get to step forward into what you've always dreamed of doing. Michael, I'm laying in my bed. I don't know if I've got days, weeks, months, or years. All right? Well, what can we do differently today? I don't have a clue what I'm going to do from here. Or I feel sick, or I feel tired. There are still things you can do. A phone call, an activity, a journey. What is it you've always dreamed of doing? What is it you've wanted to do? Or what of it you keep thinking about doing that you are not? Maybe it's a healing procedure. Maybe you get to call a particular doctor, a particular clinic, find a particular tool. Or maybe it's finding the right help. Or recontacting somebody, rekindling a flame, or taking up a hobby or a craft, or picking it back up, or getting to the gym, or who knows what. Your heart knows. Point being, when you start having discussions with yourself, you'll quickly find out the things and actions that light you up and make you who you are. And here's the secret, drum roll please, to get past the overwhelm. You get to take action on them each and every time. I'm sorry, there's no more comfort on the couch. There's no more comfort in the cave. There's no more, I can see people already going for the end button here going, no, I just want to watch this, and then I want to watch the next show, and I want to watch the next show. No. We get to take action, folks. All of us get to take action. There's no time not to take action. There's no time not to wait. Why? Everything is amplified and is going to be hyped up from here. So if you're not feeling good because you're not taking action now, you're going to feel even more challenged tomorrow. If you take action, you are going to feel even better tomorrow. So this is not fear-based. This is all hail King Mo, momentum based. That's who King Mo is. The energy we're running is great if we put it to good use. And it's overwhelming. Yes, the overwhelm is overwhelming if we don't use it for good. So we get to study it, we get to observe it, and we get to take action beginning today, especially in this darkest time of year, in the north at least. It's the perfect time to clear blocks, to clear wounds, to heal emotionally, to heal physically, to heal spiritually. In a minute, I'll tell you about the School of Mystics one more time. Shameless plug, but it's what helps keep us going and helps keep you going as well. And so many people here will share about the School of Mystics. So I'm not usually the best one at saying how great something is. I'll let other people do that. And if that's not for you, you get to do something else that works for you. But step forward, especially now. You don't have to step forward with grandeur. You don't have to step forward with massive steps. You don't have to do that at all. Take tiny little baby steps that lead you into big steps. So this month, December, is the tiny little steps. Taking an energetic step forward, making a symbolic gesture forward. That's more than enough. Next month, when we get into the energy of January, and oh my God, School of Mystics, are we going to be going nuts on this in January, setting you up for your greatest year ever. Now we're momentum building. So, what do I want to say about this? There are those of us who've come here tonight because we watched Carrie Kay's show that says you have 4 months. And there are going to be those who see this after Dr. Michael Lennox on Thursday talks about massive change. It can be scary. It can be daunting. We can think, there's so much coming, I can't do anything. I shouldn't do anything. I am completely overwhelmed by this. Trust me. You're going to be all right. It doesn't mean that you have to take panicked step forwards. It doesn't mean that the end of the world is coming. Nothing could be further from the truth. But it means we take the slight, small, baby steps right now. And as this wave of energy comes, we're on our surfboard and we can surf this energy at the highest level. Why? Because all of this energy will grow and grow inside of us if we don't use it. That's the overwhelm you're feeling today. Or if we anchor into safety, if we practice the awareness today, if we practice acting the question today, if we practice taking steps forward, all of a sudden it becomes the fuel for our greatness. So, yes, if and only if we step into ourselves at this time. This is a time that demands authenticity. This is a time that demands honesty. If you're at the starting line for the running race and the gun goes off and instead you grab your bike, that's not going to work. What is it you want to do and nobody else? What is it you feel like doing and nobody else? What is the pull on your heart? You have to be authentic, and it is not the time to play it small. It is not the time to play it safe, because safety has left the building. Let me repeat, safety has left the building. Instead, it's time to put ourselves on the line, to take big risks as we're going into 2026. Yes, I should have you sign a waiver, and I'm not saying to jump off a cliff or anything of anything of the sort. But you really get to follow your heart going into 2026. And you get to go for things, positive things, with everything you've got. You get to dream really, really big, because that's the energy now. You don't dream of, oh, I want to feel a little bit better. No, you want to be 100% plus. I got bumped on the head. It's a big-ass deal. I'm not going to accept 100%. I'm not going to accept 100%. I will accept better than ever before. Will I accept it? I will keep trying to do even more. I will harness this energy on my healing journey. Harness this energy on whatever it is you want to do, and step forward this month, step forward this new year, and step forward into this amazing energy. And how does it get any better than this? If you try to play it small, if you try to meditate your way through this or go quiet, you will be overwhelmed and you may be crushed. I know Jessica and I, when we were on Maui years ago, we tried to meditate our way through the challenge. We held space in a meditation center 6 months running, several years in a row. And the whole world started crumbling down because we weren't taking action. And that's what this time of the year, no, that's what this 2025, end of 2025 is all about. So I want to make one more note, then we're going to go into tell you about the School of Mystics, then we're going to go into a Q&A, then we're going to go into a meditation. Last note, law of the universe. Like begets like. What does that mean? Like begets like. It means if you're feeling crappy, the whole world appears crappy around you, and you start to meet crappy people, have crappy situations, have crappy circumstances. You didn't do anything wrong and attract crappy food. If you start to feel better, if you start to feel a buzz because you start to take energy, you start to take action, you start to get excited. I am crazy excited. Last week, the doc was telling me all these gloom and doom. He wasn't saying I'm going to get worse, but he was saying, oh my God, are the challenges you're having. This week he was going, woohoo! How does it get any better than this? When you grab onto that, when you start feeling that buzziness, that excitement because you've taken action, you start to attract the people, the experiences, the events, the everything. Because like attracts like. So we step forward and the universe meets us halfway and gives us a new gift. And we step forward and the universe steps forward even more and gives us even more of a gift. Until we are on fire, living at that highest level. And how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? All right. I'm going to open up to questions in just a second here. You have your assignment. We're going to go to awareness. We're going to ask the questions. Go back to the replay. You can ask questions about what's going on. How am I feeling? Where did it come from? How can I help? How do I get to step forward? Oh my God, are the lights going to hang up there with the gust coming on? We're going to see how long I can keep this thing going right here. Once the lights go down, cancel, clear, release, that's when we're good. And I want to tell you one more time about School of Mystics. I've opened up, it was the Cyber Week sale last week, which gave you a free month's trial and our lowest price ever. And the prices are going up in January. We have to, for cost, to be able to keep things going here. So this is basically your last opportunity to get it at the lowest price. But actually, you can try it for free. What do you get? You get weekly classes where we dive into deeper, particularly this time of year. We're going into bringing you up, getting you into the light, healing wounds, clearing wounds, getting you light for this year ahead. And we are going to supercharge and launch you into the new year. How does it get any better than this? So we have weekly energy transmissions to bring your energy up. We have weekly attunements helping you vibrate at that higher level. We have clearings once a month to help get rid of the gunk and junk. This month is going to be probably the most powerful clearing of the entire year. And they are, I'll let everybody else speak, but I feel they're pretty amazing in what they do for you. You have group intention setting meditations. You have a wealth of videos, probably like 2,000 videos, all of our past classes. So you can do clearing sessions, you can do tapping sessions, you can do meditations. There's so much goodness in there. And you get a community, whether that is an online community, whether it's community coming live to the events, whether that's watching it live with the community afterwards. But you will not feel alone on this journey, and it is life-changing, and I will leave others to tell you how life-changing it is. But it's free to try. You just got everything to gain. And so we'll put that link down. And, oh my gosh, we will help you with the clairs. Somebody's asking, do you teach clairs? We will help open you up in so many different ways. I do not go specifically into this week we're going to teach about this clair, although I have done third eye work specifically. We have several, I know we had a month's worth of classes on third eye last year. You will find so much goodness in there if you're looking for clairs. Last note on that. Free month to try. How will you feel even better? Just come join us. Live or recording. Just as powerful. Oh, it's Wednesday, 4 Wednesdays each month. At this time, at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific is when it is. And love to see you there. And I guess the last Wednesday of this month will be on a Wednesday so that we don't interfere with Christmas. How does it get any better than this? We'll be on a Tuesday so we don't interfere with Christmas. But it is truly a life-changing experience. All right, let's open it up to a few questions. Let's get a meditation in and wind. Angels, guides, and wind. Spirits of the wind, please stay calm for like another 20 minutes or so. All right, let's go to Maria. What a beautiful name. Can we renew a soul contract that we made before we're born? Absolutely. If yes, what can we do to know if our lessons have been learned? So Maria, there are many things. First off, I'm an automatic writing kind of guy. So I like to go in, and that's something that I teach as well. I like to go in and ask specifically. And at the same time, if you don't know automatic writing, ask before you go to sleep. Ask when you wake in the morning. Ask on your heart. Ask in the woods. Ask in the quiet moments. What do I need to know? What do I need to know? And what are the lessons I get to learn? Yes, you can even ask on the wind. And in addition to asking, what are the lessons I get to learn? To see if we've learned them already. And you can go in and you can specifically say, what do I need to learn in order to renegotiate my soul contract? But you can also look at your life. Look at the repeating patterns. The repeating patterns will always teach you where you get to go. All of us have patterns, no matter where you are on your journey. Okay, maybe Jesus, walk on water, and the Buddha, maybe they didn't have any patterns. But even, and I can't certainly speak for the Dalai Lama, but Diary of a Yogi, I'm not going to pronounce his name right, so I'm not going for it right now. But even he had patterns around money that he got to work on. We all have patterns. That is where we find the juiciest lessons, and that's what helps us renegotiate the most. Alina, how do I feel calm when I go into the work this week? I've been feeling hesitation. The good news is I have a new work routine coming in January. Alina, based on tonight, let's get you up in that higher room. Let's get you cheering yourself on. Let's get you, this isn't rah, motivational speaker, but let's literally get you in that upper room, looking down, telling yourself you're going to be all right, telling yourself you're going to be great, and letting yourself know not only are you safe, not only are you secure, but that any energy that comes into you this week, you can actually tai chi around and use it for goodness. So we don't laugh at the energy. We don't scoff at the energy. We certainly don't go bring it on. But we really view the energy from a new lens of this is actually filling me up, sort of like pulling back the rubber band or pulling back the slingshot to shoot you forward into the new year. If you understand it's filling up your battery, you will take it differently, you will treat it differently, and you will feel much differently about it. Now, if you go to last week's YouTube live event, I talk about how there's a prayer you can do to bubble yourself up called G-Spike, and there is a clearing statement you can use. It's in the Q&A session from last week. So I'm not going to repeat that here. You can skip forward to find that. That will help as well. But I want you to take in the energy. I want you to fill yourself up with that energy, and then we can actually use it for good. Intelligence one. Would it be better to be blissfully ignorant? Oh, wow. That's a brilliant question. In the past, it may have been a successful coping mechanism, sort of like we could call it a spiritual bypass. But in the past, that may have been more than enough for survival. I would say it's not. We can go back quite a few years. We can go back to Louise Hay. We can go back to The Body Keeps a Score. We can go back to things start to pop in you if we don't take action in them. But blissful ignorance certainly doesn't work in 2025, where things will not just be amplified, but they will knock you on your ass. Please forgive me. They will knock you right on that tuchus maximus if you do not take action. Why? because you chose this time. You chose to come here to evolve. You chose to come here to grow. You chose to come here to step into your magnificence. And if you don't step into your magnificence, your higher self, the you that's beyond this video game, will help give you the wake-up call to step forward. None of us came here at this time to be blissfully ignorant. Now, when I'm talking about ignorance, I'm not talking about watching the news or anything of that sort. That's your personal choice. What I am talking about is, how am I doing? How am I feeling? What is going on in my life? And how do I get to step forward there? That's what I'm talking about. And that, you can be as blissfully ignorant as you want, and it may chase you down. All right, I am going to drink a little water. We're going to go into a meditation. I am convinced we can get it in before the winds start toppling the lights. If you want more of this goodness, if you want to dive in even deeper, if you want to learn some really powerful techniques and get super light this month, we're going to bring light to the darkness. Come join us in the School of Mystics. You will love it. I'd say you wouldn't regret it, but I had somebody tell me you won't regret it right before I went for a hike that led to my second near-death experience, cancel, clear, release. So I'm going to say you will love it, and it will be the most positive, beautiful experience. Okay, maybe that's way over the top. It will be a decent experience. There. How's that for not overselling it? You will probably enjoy it and find it very helpful. How's that for not overselling it? All right, sip of water, into a meditation. We've got this. You've got this. This energy is here to serve you. Truly here to serve you. And Scotty saying, don't worry, Michael. I'm holding the wind back for you. Thank you so much, Scotty boy. I'll take it. All right. And yes, just 2 days. I didn't plan on reopening the cyber sale. It's just 2 days. So Wednesday evening at midnight, that gets shut down. And my marketing team doesn't even know. They may be watching this now. Doesn't even know I reopened it. So we got 2 days. All right, where are we going to go with things? I'd go to a tissue. Yes, that's where we're going to go first. Please forgive me, everybody. But it is still winter even in northern Florida here. And so it's getting kind of cool out. Of course, I've got my new favorite jacket on, so I am very happy about that. Man, the transformation we're doing with the show, with the wardrobe, with everything, it's kind of fun. Really enjoying it. I love you guys. I just want you to know I love you. I love you. I love you. And if I feel the energy, if the energy of me tonight is like a little too, woohoo, I'm really excited for you. I'm really excited for the energy. And not just because I can finally think clearly, and not just because I can finally read the computer tonight or not be dizzy all day, but because this energy is here. Thank you, Scotty boy. This energy is here for all of us. Certainly not just for me. If you saw me the past few months, and my team will speak to this, I can't believe I'm going to do it. I've been and if it works for me, oh my God, can it work for you who probably hasn't been concussed, who probably is doing or are doing better than that. Rock it. Do these 4 steps. Do it with everything you've got. And oh my God, will you be on fire in the most beautiful way for the new year. And thank you, everybody who likes the jacket. We've got a whole new look. I've been so excited to play with this because it really is for all of us a time of reinvention. And I am embodying that. And I certainly would challenge you or invite you to embody the challenge as well. Michael needs a Santa hat. I wonder about that. Actually, I went to a hat store. Quick story, then let's get into the meditation. I went to a hat store at Disney. Usually you don't say that together. Went to a hat store in Disney at the end of last week, and I found a couple hats that I truly fell in love with. Mama Bear wasn't convinced. Hana Bear wasn't convinced. We left. We did the last ride of the evening. It's a small world, which I'm a softie. I just love it. And I said, I got to get these hats. My heart says I'm going to get these hats. I can do it. I can get these hats. And understand there's just all these people and all this overwhelm and all this stuff around me. But I could think, even in a small world. And I go back to the hat store. And I'm like, yes, I'm getting these hats. And Mama Bear goes, I just don't know, but you can get them if you want to. And I said, Hana Bear, what do you think of these hats? And she went, first time I've ever seen her do this, go, and put her thumbs down. And my brain locked up, and I didn't get the hats. Now I want them. The overwhelm got me, and I didn't step forward into the hats. I believe I will get those hats. I think there's a store outside of Disney where I can find those hats. But you get to step forward into it, and you get to listen. And I'm not sure where I'm going with the story, but the hat, the clothes, the spirit makes the person. You don't have to buy anything. Buy your new energy by stepping forward into yourself. All right. Thank you, Scotty boy. I'd like you to put your feet on the floor right now and pitter-patter your feet on the ground. I'd like you to take your tailbone and wiggle it into the seat, into the chair, into wherever you're at this moment. Then I'd like you to take your hands and massage them back and forth on your thighs. And what we're really doing is we're grounding into our bodies. We're grounding into our souls. And you can imagine a silvery string going from the heavens, connecting you from the heavens down into the top of your head, grounding you to the heavens, coming out through your tailbone and coming out through the bottom of your feet, grounding you into the earth. And now that we're grounded, we're going to take that nice, slow, deep breath in through the nose, down to the belly, and out through the nose. In and out. In and out. Now, as we keep breathing nice and slow and deep, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to let go of yourself for a minute. I'd like you to let go of being in your body, and I'd like you to start drifting up, slipping out of your body, not slipping out of your body as in going away, but see yourself starting to float up in your room, wherever you're at, and floating up to the ceiling where you are looking down at yourself. Hi, self. You can see yourself sitting there. You see yourself in meditation. You see yourself breathing nice and slow and deep. Looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Kind of interesting, kind of wild, maybe. And first, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to place your hand on your heart. That's the you that's floating up above there. And I'd like you to send love to yourself down below. I send you love. I send you love. I send you love. And now I'd like you to embrace yourself. Put your arms from up above around yourself and say, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And so now you've loved yourself up. You're letting yourself know it's safe, it's okay, you're all right. And now I'd like you to start talking with yourself and say, self, how are you feeling? Do you feel worried, anxious, overwhelmed, sick? Something else? Fear? How are you feeling? Self, how are you really feeling? What's the feeling beneath the feeling? Don't forget to keep breathing nice and slow and deep. Self, where did this feeling come from? And you can use your name instead of self. Where did this feeling come from? Self, what can I learn from this feeling? What can I learn from this? Self, how can I help you? How can I help with this feeling right now? Or what can I do for you? And self, what action can we take together, hand in hand? What's that one step or one action we get to take? Can you imagine how you'll feel when you take that action? Can you imagine how much a weight will be lifted off of your chest or off of your shoulders? Can you see where it can bring you, where it can take you, how much joy or peace or happiness or health you may feel? I want you to take a moment now and live and bathe in the experience as if you've stepped forward, as if you have what you want to have, you've done what you want to do, or you've attracted what you want to attract, whatever that may be. But let's take 1 minute together based on what you just told yourself and yourself told you, to bathe in the experience of already having, being, or doing whatever it is or may be. And don't forget to breathe. Feel it in your heart. Feel it in your soul. Feel just how great you'd feel, how much peace or joy or whatever it may be. And lastly, let yourself know from that higher perspective how much you're loved, how much you're safe. And you can even say, self, we've got this. I've got you. We are going to do this hand in hand. We are going to rock this, and we are going to have the most amazing experience together, you and me, no matter what. And as I like to add, which brings our vibration to the highest level possible, how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? So, as you come back here to Earth, as you come back into your body, I want you to feel that peace. I want you to feel that joy. I want you to Tai Chi that energy that you're feeling tonight, that you felt today, that you will feel surely tomorrow. Know that is here to serve you. Know that it is all for your greatest good. And have the most amazing and blessed day and week ahead. Day, week, month, year, life ahead. How does it get any better than this? Well, you got 2 days. Come join us in the School of Mystics. That may be how it gets any better than this. But I send you love, and I send even more love your way. And of course, in a few days, I'll have the flyer out. I know I'm getting help with Unity Church on this for our January 23rd event, so you can mark it in your calendar. Come to Orlando. How does it get any better than this? Well, it will be warm in Orlando. Maybe much warmer than you are experiencing right now, or maybe not. but I send so much love your way. So I'm going to pass it over to my dear sister, Ayla Ray. Actually, I'm going to put on her music right now. And thank you, Aya Bear. Thank you, Ann Bear. Thank you, Bobster. Thank you to the entire Dream Team. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Miraku and Rue and everyone. And thank you, you. I send you love. I send you more love. And I send even more love your way. Oh, yeah. Daily Woohoo. It's free. Then you'll get something from me tomorrow morning. Woohoo. DailyWoohoo.com. Lots of love, everyone.
Every day there's a new horizon. Birds keep on singing, earth keeps on spinning. Time to toss any fears that rule you. Dance to vibrations, no limitations. Shine, hold the sunlight on your chest and fly. Look to the sky, let your spirit shine brightly, shine brightly. Oh, shine. Share the magic deep in your soul, the glitter around you. Live your greatest truth. Catch those dreams, swim and